Okay, so this is my newsletter. Now, to some degree, this was a preset design that I had when I typed in this, and it'll search through designs, and it came up with something that was a little bit similar to what we've got here. Now, these are all images that are from the beacon, and for me, that was really important, that I wanted images from the beacon because that's showing Skelmersdale in our parish. So I've added these in here. And as you can see, obviously this is quite a wide photo, which is great because that's exactly what I wanted. We have our Sunday readings here and all of the information. These two things here, they never change, but obviously this changes week to week. A lot of this doesn't change. Maybe little sections each week changes, but for me, a lot of this changes. Pretty much all of this changes on a weekly basis, and the mass intentions. Now, we've had a church closure, and obviously that's opening up this week, so this has changed ever so slightly. A lot of this times don't change unless it's Easter vigils or Christmas vigils and stuff like that. So I like to keep this as open as possible, and so I don't lock anything really. I like to keep it as it is. If you wanted to, you can lock each individual item, but that's completely down to you. I don't necessarily like doing that, but that's up to you. So I would change this, and you just click on the box and you're writing in whatever you want. These obviously change on a weekly basis, so if I want to feature some dates for the diary, I'll have that in there. Anything that's kind of come through as a request, what I will generally do is I'll copy and paste it from, say, the Archdiocese have sent something. I'll Control-C, I'll put it in there because it doesn't really matter. Double click and then Control-V, okay? And that will just be a really quick way of copy and pasting something into the newsletter that I want in there. This is an image for our book club that they're reading next month. So again, I've done that through the upload section. As you can see, I've done it in there. I've just got a Google image and I've uploaded it into the picture. And I'm going to do that again so you can see. From the last video, I showed you how to upload something and drop it into the background. This time I'm going to change it slightly. So I've gone to my uploads. I'm going to click on that there. As you can see, it's too big. And it's really just a simple case of shrinking it until you've got it into the right size and into the right place. Just moving it around with your mouse and making it whichever size you want it to be. And it really is that simple. Again, if for some reason it was hidden behind your writing, you could Control and your left square bracket and bring that to the front, or right click and bring that layer to the front. So it's really simple. And once you've got your newsletter set up, it's for me on a weekly basis now, it's really easy. Yes, it was a little bit of a pain to get that design and layout done at first, but now it's really, really simple. I don't really have to do a lot with that, so I really like this layout. It's quite user friendly. So yeah, that's our newsletter, and that's what we do with it. Again, all of this you could change. This you could change. I want to show you how to get this feature here. So I go to elements and I use lines a lot to separate. So I'll type in lines and I just find the one that I want. So for this one, I'm going to go to graphics. I can put that in there. Now, if you decide for whatever reason that line is too thin, you can change the weight of your line, okay, and you can make it thicker. So that's as thick as that one will go. Or you can make it thinner, completely down to you. You can also make it longer or shorter. And I use the lines a lot, obviously, to separate everything up. You can click on it and you can turn it to wherever you want it. So yeah, that's how you use the lines. The other thing that I'd like to show you is a really good feature. This photo, you might think actually it's too bold, it's too in your face. So you can see here, this is a bolder image than the one I've got up here. So what I can do is I can actually make that more or less transparent. Okay, so to do that, I click on the image, and this feature here, transparency, you can see I've made it a little bit more translucent, but actually I can make it more or less just by sliding that bar up and down. So yeah, that's that image. That's how you do that. Not sure why that's like that, but let's straighten that up. Okay, so you can make something translucent, you can make it more bold, it's down to you. So that one, obviously, as you can see, I've made that a little bit more translucent. Just from a design point of view, that obviously hasn't got any writing over the top of it, so it can be more translucent, and I want this white writing to stand out, so I've made that brighter. Is there anything else on here that I could show you? Obviously you've got image flip, so what that would do is you can flip it horizontal, you can flip it vertical, so yeah, if you wanted, either way, it's up to you. So yeah, you've got those as well.